I am not a criminal, but these people are criminals, but they're dumb. I'm not dumb, but you're dumb because you're watching a guy with 10 subscribers make a video. 70, by the way. 70 subscribers now. My goal since I was like 3 to hit 100, and I'm almost at 100, so I'm about to be famous, boys.
When people commit crimes, they usually have a solid game plan, but sometimes things don't always go exactly right. Like in this case, while the shopkeeper was counting sheep, this robber seized the opportunity to try and count some extra cash. Too bad his butter...
Now, why? Why are you stealing cash? The guy's asleep. Take some other stuff, you'll be fine. You've got a helmet on as well. There's not even like face. You could have got away with this so easily. Go to the back corner. The camera's here. Take some of the... Don't even steal. Stealing's wrong.
Fingers got in the way. Close call, my guy. Maybe you should listen to your boss and stop sleeping on the job.
He whipped out a
Maybe this guy
machete.
should find a new way to hide his face from the cameras. Because
Why has he
there's gotta
got
be
a box
better
on his
way.
head? Oh my
I mean,
god.
cut some miles out of the box at least. Yeah, I'm not surprised this took place in Florida. I guess this is what happens when a former Taco Bell employee gets the munchies at 2 a.m. On one hand, I get it. Sometimes you need to think outside the bun and cook yourself a Crunchwrap Supreme.
This isn't that bad. That's not really a crime. He's cooking. He's broken in, but he's just cooking his food.
Yeah, boy.
But here's some advice. If you really want to get away with burglary, maybe don't fall asleep for 3 hours and a half through the job.
Ah, he's fried. He's off his head.
At face value, this guy looks like he's kind enough to mow a stranger's lawn for free. But most good Samaritans don't run off with the mower when they're done.
At least he cut the
Speaking
lawn.
of taking things that aren't yours, stealing a TV off the wall in front of your child has got to break one of the rules of good parenting, right?
Why is
I
he
guess
throwing
they
it out the
go on as
window?
The next episode of America's Dumbest Criminals. And you're not gonna want to miss watching this criminal completely embarrass himself in front of all these people.
Oh, I've
He
seen
walks
this
in
clip.
thinking he's gonna intimidate
And no
everyone
one
to get
ever
what
just
he
sits there.
wants. But when none of them are fazed by his demands,
You would feel so dumb.
he's forced to run away in shame. Man, I get secondhand embarrassment just watching
Yeah.
this. But he's not the only guy with embarrassing criminal behavior. This lawbreaker is one of the goofiest attempted heists I've ever seen. Like, this thief really thought he'd be able to just take the art off the wall and stick it in his sweatshirt, but no, that's not happening, buddy. He even tried walking out the front door with it, but obviously he was immediately caught.
Why?
There's another guy who was dumb enough to try the "no one will know if I hide this thing under my shirt" trick. But he took it a step further by trying to hide a chainsaw under his shirt. I guess he was
Why?
desperate to chop a Christmas tree
Just-
down or something.
Just buy it. There's no. If you're this stupid, there's no point stealing.
Speaking of Christmas, I guess these cops needed to find some more stocking stuffers or something. So they decided to steal from someone that was being evicted.
Oh. Ray-Ban.
But newsflash, cops have body cams, which come in handy when dealing with people who think they're above the law. I hope those watches and AirPods were worth it.
See, I don't trust this video. This clip, because there's no way they would record themselves stealing.
Blink and you might miss it, but look close enough and you'll see the exact moment when this guy dropped a gram of cocaine in the courtroom. Yeah, something tells me this guy's gonna be serving some extra time. Annoying neighbors are the worst.
Why just keep it on you? Unless you did it on by accident.
Especially if they're totally cool with committing property damage. At least in this case, karma hit fast. I guess this brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, "don't let the door hit you on the way out." If you're trying to get away with robbery, it's important to hide your identity, which is why disguising yourself with a
Has he got a see-through bag on his head?
see-through plastic bag probably isn't the best option. Yeah, this guy might as well have left a note
Nah, he's high. He's not alright.
for the cops with his address on it. Sometimes people would rather fake their identities than hide it. Lucky for us, a Ring camera caught the moment this guy knocked on the door and claimed to be the police.
Police!
And the look on his face when he realizes he's been caught is priceless. Smile, dude. You're on YouTube.
What's he
And
doing?
despite a valiant effort,
But why was he trying to pretend to be the police?
so are these robbers.
3 thieves rolling across the floor.
Oh
of Mr. Gaddy's
my
restaurant
God.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Regardless of what they've seen in the movies, no
Why?
amount of rolling on the ground was going to get them out of view of the security cameras.
Oh my god! Imagine doing all this and then getting caught, and then in court, you're in court now, and they pull up this video.
You guys watch too much TV, too many movies.
Seriously, if you try this, the only thing you're going to get away with is looking like an idiot. But if you don't want to look like an idiot, like the video and subscribe.
Like my video and subscribe as well.
Some criminals don't have all the resources they need to rob the place, so they have to get creative and brandish an imaginary weapon. Too bad for this guy, though. The cops found him shortly after and put him in a very real jail.
Wait, he hasn't
You
got a
have to be
weapon.
pretty
He was pretending to have one. That's a smart idea sometimes, not when you're robbing something.
bold to steal someone's bike, but you have to be even bolder to try to do it right outside a police station. Yeah, it didn't take him long to get caught, and instead of going on the Tour de France, he went on a Tour de Présentiel.
This guy... Ugh.
If stealing a bike from the front of a police station wasn't confusing enough, here's a guy trying to do it while it's strapped to the back of a moving vehicle. Not the most subtle approach, but hey, A for effort.
How do you know he's stealing? How do you know it's not his and the guy stole it off him? Oh, it's for sale.
Using your child as part of your evil scheme to steal a laptop should automatically land you a life sentence in jail. Seriously, this
Okay, no, it shouldn't. It should not give you a life sentence, but...
doesn't really seem like a healthy daycare alternative. Sometimes thieves come in threes, and by the looks of it, everyone plays their part. The plan was simple. 2 of them distract the store owner while the other pockets the goods. Bold move, ladies, but be careful.
Did they get away with it?
Before you know it,
Well,
the
no, the
only
camera,
jewelry
but,
you'll
like-
be wearing is handcuffs.
But did they walk...
Most of the time.
That wasn't dumb, apart from the camera.
The noose is there to capture the story after a crime's happened. But it's not often the noose is there to capture a mugging as it happens. These
What?
criminals decided to take their construction work to the bank by using a bulldozer to excavate an ATM.
This happened in a village that near me a few years ago. It actually happens.
Little did they know this police
Is this it? This is in England.
officer was tracking their every move.
Wait, no, this actually could be the...
ATM.
That's a
Little did
British
they know
police car.
This police officer was tracking their every move. And let's be honest, it wasn't the quietest approach.
No, that actually could be the village near me. But I think they got away with it.
But they aren't the only ones using construction equipment during their heist. These guys did the same thing. Only this time, their getaway plan included shoving the ATM inside the roof of the getaway vehicle. They're lucky the car suspension held up. I guess this is what happens when your plan starts
But it worked.
off without a hitch. In this CCTV footage, we can see 4 thieves flawlessly steal 2 brand new phones. While the store owner is distracted by one of them, the other quietly sneaks behind to steal the merchandise.
That does not look real.
And they probably would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the fact that there was a camera facing right at them.
You always check for cameras. Like, I don't even steal stuff, but when I go in somewhere, I always check for cameras still. Like, I don't know. It's just like a habit.
And this is what happens when your plan goes horribly wrong. While these criminals were trying to steal from a gas station, their vehicle got stuck halfway through the heist.
Oh, that reminds me of GTA when you hit a thing and it blows up.
Yeah, you should probably give up if your getaway vehicle can't even get away. This home invader had the wherewithal to bring a rag with him to wipe off his fingerprints.
But he hasn't covered his
Dude,
face.
bringing a rag literally does nothing if you still touch stuff with your bare hands.
Oh, and
but
that-
even if you did wipe down everything, the camera captured your
Yeah.
every move. So yeah, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to jail, man. Here's a
Actual idiots.
tip. If you're gonna become a criminal, at least make sure you don't have the strength of a newborn baby.
What's he trying to do? Steal the wing mirror?
Like, this dude set out
Just buy one, they're like 50 quid.
to steal the mirror off this car, but was nowhere near strong enough to pull it off. Maybe the sandals were the problem. They seem to fly off too easily. Bring the closed-toed shoes next time. This proves that even criminals need to stay hydrated. After ransacking this establishment, this guy realized he was parched. So he went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. And
Things like this, I feel like they're not bursty, they're like off their heads.
that's how this camera caught him breaking the golden rule of burglary. Never show your face. Here's
Yeah, off his head.
another rule of burglary. Don't grab anything that's hot. I guess we can't blame the guy. He wanted a kebab.
If he's just stealing food,
This guy ran into the store with the intention of robbing the owner blind, but he seemed to forget the first step of being a good criminal. You've got to actually intimidate your target. The owner literally finished getting his customer's meal despite being threatened at gunpoint. No wonder the criminal just gave up and walked away. Rappelling for the ceiling might look
and the thing is, most people are, like wouldn't actually. They don't want to catch a murder case for a few £100s.
easy in the movies, but it never seems to translate well in the real world. I mean, it definitely
What
did
the
for
hell?
this burglar.
What the?
Sometimes a shoplifter's getaway plan can be interrupted by something as simple as a locked door. But after kicking the door a few times and completely freaking out, he finally realized.
There's no point trying to commit crimes this day and age. There's cameras everywhere. The doors lock and there's like emergency alarms. And you're not getting away with it in broad daylight. It's not daylight, but like the shop's open clearly.
You just had to unlock it to escape. But he isn't the only shoplifter that had his plans foiled by a locked door. At this cell phone shop, this guy was bold enough to try and bolt out of the entrance right in front of the cashier. Luckily, he
That's what I'm saying.
didn't make it far. Sometimes shoplifters' methods are a bit unconventional.
Oh
Take
my
this lady, for example.
god.
She wanted a flat screen TV, and the only
But the cameras are everywhere. You have to be careful of the cameras, and they're not. They're stupid.
way to skirt by the cost of it was to hide it in a place you'd least expect. And she must have taught her friends this method too, because she wasn't the only one trying out this sleight-of-hand trick. Here's a PSA to any budding burglars. If you plan to rob somewhere, come prepared, or the cameras might
Yeah, put the mask on in the car at least.
just catch you putting your gloves on and masking up in an alleyway.
So
Is this some form of
stupid.
ding-dong ditching that I'm not aware of? Because I really, really hope not.
Off his head.
Note to self, if I decide to abandon my burglary attempt halfway through, take my mask off so I can see where I'm running. The only thing that went right for these guys was their ability to show up, and even that wasn't smooth sailing. For starters, after breaking in, the first guy can't even get the TV off the hinges. Meanwhile, the second guy can't even make it inside because he runs straight into the wall. And I have to talk about the amount of times these guys slip.
I'm sorry, but theft just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're stealing a TV. What, you're going to get 100, 200 quid for that? Oh, wee, yay. Like, that's not enough to change your life. And it could change your life because you go to prison for it. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Slip on broken glass.
They did all of this for 200 quid. Think about that.
Yeah, this whole heist was a disaster. Not only is this guy threatening people
If you need 200 quid that bad, sell something.
with a bat, but he's doing it right in front of a police station.
Why?
Somebody get this guy and take him back
Off
to
his
the
head.
dugout. Thank you. This homeowner was able to catch
I
this
can't see
criminal
because your
in the
video's in the way.
act.
Hey, don't you dare take that. I got you on camera.
Wow, they were some stupid criminals. Subscribe, like, and don't steal.